In a world where success often feels like it's out of reach, there's one man whose journey to the top was anything but easy. Jack Ma, a name now synonymous with Alibaba, the e-commerce empire, faced rejection after rejection. 30 times to be exact. He didn't just face failure. He was also told no by KFC. But today, he's one of the most influential figures in global business. How did Jack Ma turn his misfortunes into an extraordinary success story? Let's find out. Welcome to Glorica 26, where we dive deep into stories of remarkable people and the journeys that transform their lives. Today, we explore the inspiring rise of Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. But this isn't just another success story. It's a testament to the resilience, perseverance, and relentless pursuit of a dream, no matter the odds. Jack Ma's early life was anything but glamorous. Born in Hangzhou, China, in 1964, Jack didn't come from a wealthy family. He wasn't some child prodigy with a gift for business. In fact, he wasn't even a particularly good student. But there was one thing Jack had: determination. His journey wasn't paved with gold. Instead, it was full of hardships, rejections, and failures. Moments that would have caused many others to quit. Yet, Jack Ma's resilience became the cornerstone of his success. At the age of 12, Jack first encountered a foreign language. He wasn't in a prestigious school, nor did he have access to the best education. But this didn't stop him. He spent his days practicing English with foreign tourists and walking them around his city, learning about the outside world. Little did he know, this skill would play a pivotal role in his future. But even with his determination, Jack faced numerous setbacks. After graduating from Hangzhou Teachers Institute, he applied to various jobs, only to be rejected time and time again. He applied for a position at KFC, only to be turned down along with 23 other applicants. The irony? A company founded on the very principles of opportunity and growth rejected him. This moment could have been his breaking point, but it wasn't. He continued applying for other positions, and each rejection only fueled his desire to succeed. In 1995, Jack Ma took his first step into the world of technology when he discovered the internet. At a time when China was still catching up with the digital revolution, Jack saw the internet as a tool that could connect the world. He saw the potential for e-commerce in China long before it became the global force it is today. But at the time, no one shared his vision. In fact, his early attempts were met with skepticism. In 1999, Jack Ma and 17 of his friends gathered in his apartment to launch Alibaba. At the time, the concept of online business in China was foreign to most. Even investors were doubtful. However, Ma remained steadfast, convinced that e-commerce would be the future of global trade. They started with a simple idea: create an online platform that could connect small and medium-sized businesses in China with international buyers. The idea seemed too ambitious, even unrealistic, but Jack believed in it with all his heart. Alibaba's early days were not easy. The company faced intense competition from global giants, especially from companies like Amazon and eBay. Jack Ma knew Alibaba had to be different, more adaptable to the unique needs of China's market. The path was long and challenging, but gradually, Alibaba began to grow, attracting more users and, importantly, more investors. Jack's vision was starting to take shape. In 2003, Alibaba introduced Taobao, an online marketplace that would become a game-changer in China's e-commerce landscape. It was designed to compete with eBay, which had entered the Chinese market, but Taobao had a unique advantage. It was free for sellers to use, making it an attractive alternative to eBay's paid service. Jack Ma's strategy worked. Within a few years, Taobao had become China's largest online shopping platform, and eBay's presence in China began to shrink. The year 2004 marked another pivotal moment for Alibaba. The company launched Alipay, an online payment platform. At the time, few people trusted online transactions, especially in China. But Jack Ma knew that in order to grow e-commerce, a secure and reliable payment system was essential. Alipay's success transformed the way people in China made online payments, making Alibaba's ecosystem even more powerful. By 2014, Alibaba was ready for its next big leap. An initial public offering, IPO, on the New York Stock Exchange. The IPO was a resounding success, raising a record $25 billion. It was a historic moment not just for Alibaba but for China's tech industry as a whole. Jack Ma's vision had come to fruition, and Alibaba had become one of the world's largest and most valuable companies. Despite his immense success, Jack Ma remains humble about his achievements. He continues to remind people that his journey was not easy and that the road to success is filled with obstacles. "If you don't give up, you still have a chance," he often says. His mantra is simple but powerful: perseverance in the face of adversity. Jack Ma's influence extends far beyond Alibaba. He's become a philanthropist, investing heavily in education, technology, and environmental causes. His Jack Ma Foundation focuses on improving education in China, particularly in rural areas, giving young people the tools they need to access opportunities for learning and growth. He has also spoken out about the need for global cooperation to address critical issues like climate change and poverty, two challenges that he believes require immediate attention from leaders around the world. Even after stepping down as CEO of Alibaba in 2019, Jack Ma remains an influential figure in both the business world and beyond. His decision to step down was not just a career move, but a strategic step in shifting his focus toward his philanthropic efforts. However, even in retirement, his influence continues to shape the direction of not just Chinese business, but the global tech industry as well. His legacy is cemented in the way Alibaba has changed the way people buy, sell, and communicate across the globe. Jack Ma's story is a powerful testament to the importance of persistence, vision, and the belief that failure is not a barrier but a stepping stone. His journey demonstrates that success is not immediate. It's a long, hard path filled with setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt. Yet, these very challenges are what ultimately shape us and define the trajectory of our lives. For Jack Ma, those challenges became the foundation upon which he built one of the largest companies in the world. His entrepreneurial journey wasn't simply about making money. It was about pushing boundaries and creating something that would have a lasting impact. While Alibaba's success has undeniably brought him immense wealth, Jack Ma always emphasized that success should not be measured solely by financial gain. His approach to business has always been about making a difference, creating a company that helps others succeed, empowering small businesses, and giving ordinary people the tools they need to participate in the global economy. In the face of rejection after rejection, Jack Ma didn't let failure define him. He was rejected from multiple jobs, including one at KFC, where he was one of 24 applicants, all of whom were turned away. He didn't let these setbacks discourage him. Instead, he used each failure as a stepping stone, knowing that each no brought him closer to a yes. His persistence paid off when he founded Alibaba, a company that has now revolutionized the way people think about shopping, business, and even technology. The birth of Alibaba. Alibaba wasn't born out of success. It was born out of a desire to change the world. In 1999, when Jack Ma and a group of friends founded Alibaba in his apartment, the company was far from the giant it is today. At the time, China's internet infrastructure was still in its infancy, and e-commerce was barely a blip on the radar. Yet, Jack Ma saw something others didn't. He saw the internet as a tool to connect small and medium-sized businesses with international markets. While most people were skeptical, he was relentless. He believed in the power of technology to open up new opportunities for entrepreneurs across China, and by extension, the world. But starting Alibaba wasn't easy. It was a battle against a market that wasn't yet ready for e-commerce. It was a struggle to convince investors and customers that an online marketplace could be successful in a country where trust in online transactions was still low. But Jack Ma was undeterred. With a vision to create a company that would empower small businesses, Alibaba became the first company to offer a free platform for merchants in China, eliminating the need for expensive advertising costs that many small business owners couldn't afford. This was a revolutionary move, and it helped to set Alibaba apart from other e-commerce platforms like eBay. In the years that followed, Alibaba began to grow. In 2003, it launched Taobao, a consumer-focused platform that would eventually become the largest e-commerce site in China. The move to introduce Taobao was not without its risks. At the time, eBay had already entered the Chinese market, and many believed it would dominate. However, Jack Ma's decision to offer Taobao free to sellers was a strategic one. It allowed small businesses to sell their goods without paying high fees, which proved to be a huge draw for entrepreneurs. This was a defining moment in Alibaba's rise to prominence, and it marked the beginning of a new era for e-commerce in China. One of Jack Ma's most crucial innovations was the creation of Alipay, an online payment platform designed to facilitate secure and trustworthy online transactions. In the early days of e-commerce, people in China were hesitant to buy things online because of the fear of fraud. Alipay's introduction, however, provided an additional layer of security for both buyers and sellers, ensuring that payments were processed safely. It was a game-changer for Alibaba, as it removed one of the major barriers to online commerce in China. Alipay would later become a cornerstone of Alibaba's ecosystem and would expand its reach across borders, helping to drive Alibaba's global expansion. The IPO and global expansion. By 2014, Jack Ma and Alibaba were ready for the next step, an initial public offering (IPO) on the New York Stock Exchange. The company's IPO raised a record-breaking $25 billion, making it the largest IPO in history at the time. This was a major milestone for both Alibaba and Jack Ma. It was a signal that Alibaba had arrived on the global stage, and Jack Ma was now recognized as one of the world's most influential business leaders. With the IPO, Alibaba began its push beyond China's borders. Jack Ma always had a global vision for the company, and he saw opportunities in international markets. He knew that the internet was the key to unlocking global commerce, and he wanted Alibaba to be at the forefront of that revolution. Under his leadership, Alibaba expanded its presence in key markets around the world, including the United States, Europe, and Southeast Asia. Even after stepping down as CEO of Alibaba, Jack Ma remained deeply involved in the company's future, though his focus shifted toward his philanthropic endeavors. His vision for the future now extends beyond e-commerce to tackling some of the world's most pressing issues, from climate change to poverty. He's become an advocate for global cooperation, believing that the world needs to come together to address the challenges of the 21st century. Legacy. Jack Ma's legacy isn't just about Alibaba. It's about what he represents. The power of perseverance, the importance of dreaming big, and the belief that failure is merely a stepping stone on the path to success. His story shows that with resilience and determination, even the greatest setbacks can be transformed into opportunities. Jack Ma's journey from humble beginnings to becoming the founder of one of the most successful companies in the world is a testament to the power of persistence. The lesson here is clear. No matter how many rejections you face or how many obstacles seem to stand in your way, keep going. Failure is not the end. It's part of the journey. Just like Jack Ma, you can turn those challenges into stepping stones, and who knows? One day you might just change the world too.